Hi guys, I hope you're well, and welcome to this video where I'm going to talk about conversions and how they can allow you to create a really unique look to your army and what can be achieved with a little imagination and bravery. In this video I want to introduce a series dedicated to converting your miniatures, looking at all the steps from start to finish. So subscribe below for free to stay up to date with all the future episodes. And if it's something you like, be sure to hit that like button. Every journey begins with an idea, a vision, a trigger if you will. So, in this video I want to focus on that inspiration, the thought process, and show how an idea can come from absolutely anywhere. I'm going to focus on 3 recently completed examples from a Chaos Space Marine army I've been working with. The first is a completely different way of looking at a conversion for me. I never really liked the Demon Prince model as it's pretty old and looks a bit cartoony for my liking. And there it was, the inspiration and the trigger to try something different. I always knew I wanted to make a converted model of sorts and even attempted sculpting my own in polymer clay, but I quickly realised that my sculpting skills need some work. Let me know in the comments below if this would be an interesting topic for a future video. So, whilst looking for inspiration on the internet for other conversions or alternate models which could work nicely as a proxy, I found a couple of options on Etsy that would fit the bill nicely, which were 3D printed and relatively cheap. So I took a gamble, and having chosen the size, I ordered the model. I went for a 100mm scale, as I wanted a really imposing model to represent my vision of what a Demon Prince may look like. Shout out to Fully Cycled for the quick turnaround and links below for their contact details. When it's arrived, I realised it was a little bigger than I'd imagined, but nonetheless I was very happy with the results, so cleaned it up, coated it for painting, and started to base in some colours. I was very happy with how it was looking, but I felt it needed some additional decoration to fully sell the idea of a timeless demon who has taken many souls. So I added all the details around the waist, some extra chain, and the skulls around his neck, painted them up, and I'm really happy with the result. In short, this was a really simple conversion, in the sense that the majority of work had been done using a proxy model and then just tweaked to match my army. And whilst the model is a little big, a game amongst friends where proxies and the rule of cool are followed, this will be fine, and he'll stand majestic looking out over the battlefield. The next conversion went a little left field, but I fully committed to the rabbit hole and had to see where this journey would take me. The starting point for this journey was the fact that Games Workshop sells the Maulerfiend Forgefiend kit with a choice of which you build, giving you an option to build either out of the same kit. For my army I wanted both, so I bought 2 kits and made and painted them. Now this kit is a fantastic kit for conversions, as it has lots of unused options, and when I'd finished both kits, I was left with lots of really cool parts. This was the initial trigger for this project, just lots of leftover parts. Now I always really liked the Skaven Hellpit Abomination model. I managed to find one on eBay, unpainted, for pretty cheap. This model is crazy, and perfectly fits in with my hellish vision of a Chaos army. The rats around the main part of the head kind of reminded me of a Hydra or a Medusa, so this was the key to the next phase. I continued to research the multi-headed, multi-limbed idea, and this led me to the Indian goddess Kali the Destroyer, who is often depicted in blue. And whilst this didn't necessarily fit the colour scheme of my Chaos army, I thought I would give it a try. After fusing the Maulerfiend and Hellpit models together, I decided I wanted a more impacting stance than the body of the Hellpit model allowed for, so I looked at other models and settled on one which I've always loved, the Trigon model from the Tyranids faction. It was approximately the right scale, so again I got lucky and found a discarded model on eBay for pretty cheap. I then did something I have never done before, and cut it in half with a Dremel. Now, to buy a premium model and then cut it in half is a very brave step, even if you buy it on eBay. But if you don't try, then you'll never get to see. Now, I ended up using the Trigon model back to front as this best suited the angle and pose I wanted to achieve. I fused everything together with a combination of milliput and green stuff, and built an exhaust system out of small tubes and little components used for fishing and other various bits of wire. I used a fetid bloat drone engine prop and a few other little details to really tie everything together. So the inspirational journey for this model went from lots of additional parts to Greek and Indian mythology, and then evolved organically on its own. The overall cost ended up being far greater than the original Maulerfiend kit, but I am positive that you will not see this crazy warped combination of models and parts anywhere else. And for this final model, the initial inspiration again came from not really liking the outdated model that Games Workshop offers for its Defiler. Now, some people really like this model, but I don't, and yet I decided I wanted to find a way to somehow acknowledge the existing model whilst reinterpreting my vision of what a daemon engine could really be. Now, the beauty of a world like 40K is that it's so rich in lore, but how closely you stick to that lore is ultimately your choice. So I began by picking up a broken soul grinder model on eBay for cheap, and I thought that I could cut this to pieces, as many of them are used in the original Defiler kit. I also came across the Glotkin model in my quest for looking for possible models to convert, and again began searching on eBay, and after some patience I managed to find a model missing the main rider, which also had a little damage, but I managed to get this beautiful model for a highly reduced price. I cut the large horns off the Glotkin as I wanted to find a balance between organic and machine elements. I then got brave with my Dremel and cut the large staging platform away above his head. I then used the mechanical parts from the Soul Grinder kit to add the giant claw and all the engine parts in the conversion. I decided to scratch build the exhaust system using a combination of electrical cables and various gauges of wire and pipes. I then remodeled all the flesh around these parts with milliput and green stuff to try and blend all the bits together. I'd scratch built a giant battle cannon, a targeting eyepiece, and added a Hades autocannon left over from the Maulerfiend kit. Painted it all up and put it on a base to give it some context. This was by far my most ambitious conversion to date, as it ended up involving a lot of sculpting, but I'm really happy with the result. I wanted to reimagine what a Defiler could mean, what a chaotic amalgamation of organic and mechanical could look like, and push myself and my abilities into areas that I didn't feel comfortable with. If you have liked what you saw or found this different approach to making a hobby video interesting, then let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest videos. Now, I wanted to show you that there are no rules when it comes to conversions. Ideas can come from the simplest of places and lead you to all manner of strange destinations. But the most important part of any conversion isn't the idea. It's the actual step of making that idea a reality. So hopefully I've given you some ideas and shown you some examples of what can be done with those ideas. See you in the next one.